Hello, this is Annalisa from Creative, Curious, Learning, and Living. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a homeschool mom to 4. I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, and an almost 6-month-old. So here on my channel, I like to share a homeschool journey, cleaning motivation, home decor, sensory bins, and more. And also for the month of September, I have been sharing Curious George themed videos on Saturdays because this month is Curiosity Month, and today, September 17th, is Curiosity Day. This day commemorates the anniversary of the first Curious George book being published. So in 1941, the first Curious George book was published, so that is 82 years ago. So Curious George has been around for 82 years, inspiring young readers and readers, young and old, to love literature and to keep on reading and to be curious. And then there's been the TV show and all of that. And with the TV show, we brought in so much more learning and science and hands-on things and within the books and all of that. And I have been sharing a lot of the books and different things on my channel this month. So if you have not seen those videos, definitely check them out. I will try and link them down below in the description box, but you can find them on my channel as well. But in today's video, it is actually a collab that I am hosting with some other homeschool mamas from YouTube. So they are going to be sharing their thoughts too on how do you spark curiosity in your homeschool. So this topic is going to go so many different ways, and it can be super, super simple. So I'm going to talk about this topic. I will have a link to the playlist down below in the description box, and you can check out the other videos and find out more ways to get your kids curious, learning, setting up things for them to learn and grow and be curious in your homeschool. So how do I spark curiosity in my homeschool and my home? Because we do homeschool at home, how do we encourage curiosity? So I feel like this topic could go in so many different ways, but in my home in particular, we spark curiosity one way by letting our kids see what we are passionate about. So I'm a card maker, scrapbooker, Bible journaler, and since my oldest was young, he has seen me being creative. I've always been home with him, and he's seen me make cards and be creative and just enjoy that process. And when he was a little bit younger and we didn't have 4 kids, we were able to have a designated room for my crafting, and I got him a desk, and I had perler beads and different things from when I worked at daycare. And I set him up a space with perler beads and paint, and I just let him explore and be curious about different materials. And now they're still making perler bead creations, and he goes on his iPad and copies different patterns and adds to them. And there's so much math in perler beads if you think about it, because you're counting all of the little spaces and you're putting them on the pegboards. You're taking the little bead and you're counting it out, and he does big projects, so that's a lot of math and adding it up and patterns, and it's incredible. And he's taken that, and now his younger brother is creating simpler patterns, but he sparked that curiosity in his little brother because his little brother saw him creating perler beads and he thought, "Ooh, that's really cool." So your kids can spark creativity in your younger ones as well. And also just letting them see your passions. What are you passionate about? If you love cooking, bring your kids into that as well. Yeah, that's something you could do. Bring your kids into your hobbies, into your passions. Let them explore and see if it's something they like. If they don't like it, that's totally fine. Another way that we spark curiosity in our homeschool is by setting up different zones. So we have a TroFest set up in our dining room living area that are available for the kids with different activities. They can go in and get them, and they can be curious. They can have hands-on activities to keep them busy, and they can be learning along the way. Also, leaving different activities out on the table, whether that's craft items or activities, that is a great way to get them curious, get them creating, and get them learning. Another way to spark curiosity in your home, or what we do in our home, is to have book displays. So we have this really cool shelf in our dining room area. If you want to get a better look at these shelves and Trofest areas that I am mentioning, definitely check out my homeschool room tour video. We homeschool in our dining room, living room area, but you can check out that video and get more details on what I'm really talking about. But we have this really cool shelf, and we have book displays there, books displayed there, and it really gets the kids curious to go grab the books and read them. And then we also have a little craft area set up now for the kids, which is where their perler beads and all of that is, since it's moved out of the room. But on the wall, we have the IKEA spice racks, and we put readers there and books that they are curious to go get because they see them. They're not shoved on a bookshelf somewhere. So giving them those visuals will spark creativity in their minds. Also, another way that we have created curiosity in our home is by giving our kids cardboard and recycled materials to build with, to make with, and it's incredible. Sometimes my oldest gets mad at me, not really mad at me, but he's like, don't throw away the new Amazon box. I have an idea. So my oldest has a clear rolling drawer, like the 3-drawer, underneath his desk in his room with different recycled materials, cardboard that he can tinker with. So it's like his tinker box that he can tinker with and create with. We've given both of our boys hot glue guns with guidelines. They also have the silicone rubber finger things to keep them safe, but they know how to use them and they are safe to create with. So they have hot glue guns. I recommend that you watch your kids and do what you think is best, but be safe. But they have hot glue guns to create cardboard projects. My oldest just made a Minecraft costume that is like full body armor, and I'm just like, what? They are constantly creating different projects, and just, it's amazing. So letting them explore and be curious with the things around them, like recycled materials, and that is a topic in itself. That sparks them to be resourceful, to be mindful of the environment, and to reuse things. And it's just a great thing to teach kids. And you're also doing creativity, art, all of the things within that. Sensory bins are a great way to add curiosity to your homeschool. I didn't really know a lot about sensory bins, and I'm still learning. And I was kind of hesitant about sensory bins too, because I don't like the mess. My house is already chaotic enough with toys and food and all of the things with having 4 kids and a toddler. It gets messy around here. So to add sensory bins in freaked me out, but it has been the biggest blessing in my homeschool. Yes, it gets messy, but since we had my 4th baby, I started adding sensory bins in just before he was born, and I've been researching it and getting a few different materials and getting it organized and setting up some different ones. You have to be super careful with sensory bins and use your discretion for your kids, and just have lots of conversations with them about don't eat things and small pieces, but they can be such a blessing. It's hands-on, it's smells, it's textures, learning so much, and it occupies my toddler so well. And sometimes she's super quiet. I'm like in the kitchen, I'm like, are you still there? She is thriving with the sensory bins, and my older 2 love them too every once in a while. and they ask for different bins. Oh, can you make me an ocean sensory bin? Can you do this one? Oh, I want a sand bin again. I really love the sand bin that you created. And if you want to see some of these sensory bins that I have created, I have a lot. I have a few videos where I create them or talk about them. And I have shorts of all of these sensory bins that I have created, or most of them. You can see a glimpse into that. But I think that this is a great way to keep your kids occupied and get them exploring, let them be curious. You can add learning toys in there. You can add letters and numbers, and you can talk about colors with them. You can let them do it on their own, supervised, or you can sit down beside your kids, especially toddlers, and talk about colors within this. And it's just amazing. And it can be quality time, or it can be you stay here, I need to tend to the baby, or I need to work with your older brothers or older siblings. It's just a great way to spark creativity, curiosity, and learning. So that is a great thing that we do in our homeschool. And I would encourage you to try that too, or just adding in busy activities in general that will get them learning and get them curious about learning. That is all for today's video. A simple look at how we spark curiosity in our home and in our homeschool. I hope this video inspired you to add some new things into your homeschool, in your home, and help your kiddos be more curious, giving them the resources that they need, adding visuals so that they want to go and maybe grab a book or grab some art supplies and get creative and get curious and start learning and start growing. So that is all for today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I'd love to have you join me here. Also, don't forget to check out the playlist down below, because you're going to get more ideas to spark creativity in your homeschool. And I know that I am super excited to watch the playlist and learn and grow, and how I can add more curiosity into my homeschool for my kids. I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.